Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that
All right, then. Well,
I'm hungry.
you're hungry. Where you're at?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I haven't.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to respond.
Oh, right. So you have your rations, and it's enough food.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them...
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait,
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to...
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or...
I was afraid that something like this. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their...
Are you saying someone who got their will back soon?
Definitely. This is something we can't...
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know it's not their fault they're like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate? Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Danans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
There's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
Huh?
Well... Yeah.
No way.
Huh? Got it. Boomy. Boomy.
Heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
You could... Never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Oh, hey!
Seriously? Well...
Huh? Huh?
That's just...
I guess...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah!
Not in the castle, not in town. Where did he go?
No idea, but let's try searching the city.
It's always seat of the pants with you, isn't it? Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Coming through!
Everlasting God! Negative thing!
On your damn it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've
Sounds
never
like a
seen
job
Tion
for yours
actually
truly.
look flustered.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Hi, Hoodle!
I'm only getting started.
Light extra
Excellent
light!
technique.
How are your weapons holding up?
That's not to give me any ideas.
As impressive as always.
Here I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Tion actually look flustered.
No sooner said than done.
Now! Air thrust!
The heavens must be smiling.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No.
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me. But my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue.
That looks like the Zoogle we were told about.
Right, here goes! Come and face me!
Only getting started.
Rising Wyvern!
Wind astral energy! You're alive!
It's on!
Shining supernova!
Not a chance!
Raging hurricane! It's over!
It got
Leave
fired!
the enemy arc to me! Let a marksman handle it!
No complaints here!
All yours! I'm not done!
This calls for a celebratory drink. Retreat if you know what's good for you.
It's over!
Rising Wyvern!
Steel
You're on!
Steel ready!
You're mine! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right, no time to hold back. Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up. It's almost too strong.
Split it
I'm ready.
Be my guest.
Get on in there with the...
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye.
No choice.
Resonate with the earth. I shall ensure you survive this.
Rising Wyvern! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right, no time to hold back. We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there was
No, I've never seen Xion actually look flustered. Easy peasy, Hahoodle.
Always. It's good to be back in familiar territory.
Yeah. No. You did it.
Really?
Yeah.
What's gotten into him?
He says instead of making a Zoogle sign, we should be making a Hoodle sign. Well... Hey! Got it!
Huh?
finally made it. That thing looks pretty menacing.
Nothing we can't handle.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
It's a duel of the arts! Feel! The flashing parts are a weak point.
Take this! The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that. Here!
Sonic thrust! Rising wall! Rising wyvern!
Can you take it?
Rising phoenix!
Holy Lantern! Holy Lantern!
I don't know what to do without you.
Tornado drive!
Rising wyvern! I really don't.
Sonic
thrust! It's over!
Heal!
Now I can let loose!
Photon blast! Lightning condemned!
You're mine!
Begin! Illuminate the spotlight!
Take this!
Holy Lantern!
Pierce through! Rising one!
Only getting started! There!
Take this!
Thunder field!
Negative gate!
Dance in the wind!
Pierce through!
In here!
Slash!
Stalagmite!
Rising wyvern!
More for the sun!
You're on!
I'm only getting started!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Rising phoenix!
Lightning orb! Hey! When it's hot! Lightning condemned! Enemies immobilized!
It's over!
Magic is
Take
dead!
this!
Holy Lantern!
Rising wyvern! We've got him on the run!
Don't get caught!
Right. Still anyone's fight. Now! Front! Elusive rising wyvern!
Can you take it? Lightning condemned! Magic is there! Holy Lantern!
Pierce through! Rising wyvern!
They've got me surrounded.
Lightning condemned!
I'm ready! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact block!
We work well together, like a finely timed waltz.
That was a little close for comfort.
We finally made it.
Yeah! Seriously?
Hey!
I think Hoodle senses something.
Are you really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point. But
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Very well.
Well,
Hey,
Pardon me.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just Danans from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Volron soldiers. Watch yourself.
Holy Land!
You're mine!
Healing circle! Thanks for the healing.
Watch your power, okay?
Yeah, you too.
In an instant!
Impact Rock!
Yeah.
Hey.
You don't say.
Well...
Well?
How?
Oh, wow!
So then,
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renin hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganath Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegus aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes, and yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that, but our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay? No way! All right.
Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Sorry.
Yes.
All right.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but...
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Yes.
What?
I'm afraid not.
I'm sorry.
Rinwell.
Huh?
Phew. Good.
Right.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. I think Hoodle senses something. Oh?
What? Yes! Just great. What?
What?
Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just great. White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. We're going to need more long-term aid than we... can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
Hey, look! We've got what?
I never... For a map... And Law would have a knack for her.
Makes sense since they're on the same wavelength.
You're making me blush over here.
Law, maybe you should consider what that statement actually means.
Yes! Right. Very nice. Yes!
Right!
Just a minute.
Great!
What? Yes!
Great!
Hey.
No way!
Oh? Hey!
Sorry. How?
Amazing!
Yes! Hey. What? Very nice.
Alpin! Shield stuffing bread with marble curry!
Now I can eat this every day.
Jeez, Jill, you're hooked on that stuff.